Okay, so I did it this way to avoid any extra rejoining or sewing in of ends because I despise doing both of those things. In case this is confusing, I made a video. I'm not going to tell you how to do every single stitch because that's already written in the pattern. But on round 31, we did the single crochet in the front post. And then we changed color to black. Make sure not to fasten off the 2 strands of white. And make sure to start off with a long strand at the beginning because you'll use it later to sew down your triangle onto the body. Also, when you crochet later, make sure to leave that on the outside so it doesn't end up on the inside. Now, you're going to slip stitch around in the back loop only, which is the one that's farthest away from you. And then I put a stitch marker in the black just to make sure it doesn't unravel anywhere. You're going to grab your 4mm hook, insert it into the front loop only of round 31, and you're going to pull the yarn through and chain 1. Now this first row, make sure to work in the front loop only of round 31, and make sure to count your stitches and to chain 1 and turn, because we're not going all the way around, we're only doing a row. You're going to chain 1 and turn, and then finish the triangle. Fasten off at the end, and then go back to that same front loop only that you started in, insert the hook, pull the yarn through, and then you're going to single crochet up the triangle, back down the triangle, and then slip stitch in the front loop only that the first row ended in, and then fasten that off. Go back to your 2 strands of black and you're still using the 4mm hook. You're going to slip stitch in the back loop only, again, that's the one that's farthest away from you, back loop only of your triangle, and then slip stitch into the front loop only of your black slip stitches that we marked. Now, when we resume count, we're going to work in the back loop only of this round and into the white stitch as well. What you don't want to do is work in any of these slip stitches that you just made. So if you need to mark the first and the last one to make sure you avoid working in them, do that. And also after you finish that first round, make sure to count your stitches so you didn't add or subtract anything. But just to clarify, when you resume count, you're going to be using your 5mm hook, both of the strands still, which will end up here. So that will be your beginning start point again as we continue to work in the round. And you're going to just work in these stitches only. Get it, got it, gooda?